We said there was a new RV resort coming up that might bump some of our top 5 out of the way, and this one did it. And y'all don't even know about this place because there's only like 5 of you here, but give it 2 weeks and this place is gonna be sold out.
Literally, they are sold out, 100% capacity. Not one more camper can come Memorial Day weekend.
Welcome to Oxford, Mississippi. We are at Roundabout Oxford RV and Water Resort. Who would have thought there would be a luxury RV water resort in northern Mississippi? But there is one. And we were told that this is probably the only RV resort and water park in the whole state. We know you guys love to bring your families to a destination full of fun amenities where you can park your hotel on wheels and feel like you truly had a vacation. And that is what Roundabout Oxford has set out to deliver. And you don't even have to own an RV to enjoy it.
As you guys know, in our campground reviews, we like to do things in order. So first we're gonna do the Idiot with a Hat Cam bike tour, favorite site, likes and dislikes, and things to do around the campground. Good morning, guys. We're in Oxford, Mississippi at Roundabout Oxford RV Resort. This place is cool. It's new. It's so new, we're pretty much here by ourselves, and y'all are missing out. So we're gonna ride around, check this place out. It is huge. Oh yeah, we're doing Jared's world famous bike tour, AKA Idiot with a Hat Cam. I still laugh at myself over these things. When you come in, you've got 2 staging lanes, you pull right in, they go in. This is kind of neat because this is not the camp store. This is just a, this is just check-in welcome center. To our right, we have their putt-putt golf. Now this place is new and they're still getting all their landscaping done. So this is not open at the time. And then over here down the hill is their pickleball courts. And they're still working through their drainage plans on some stuff. They've had a ton of rain here lately and it has kind of messed with them. So they're kind of figuring a few things out and little growing pains, but I have complete faith in these guys that they will figure it out. What's is neat about this place and the roundabout thing, which is a really cool layout, is inside this is basically a huge roundabout. It's the pool, the camp store, the restaurant. They've got like a little bar area and all that stuff in there. We'll show you more of that lately. And then the campground's kind of focused around it. So all you can see to my right is all the sites. There's tons and tons of sites. Full hookups. I don't think they have cable TV here, but honestly, we all stream anyway. But this kind of gives you an idea of what it is. You have all your hookups, kind of see all your sites. Nice big sites. Not a lot of big yards. There's some smaller yards here. That's all right, you know. Yeah, I think these corner sites on the end are awesome. Just because all the sites are pretty similar. All the, a lot of them mostly pull-throughs. Sorry about the wind, guys. They do have a lot of cabins. There's several cabins in here. And if you ever wanted just to come and not bring a camper, these cabins seem pretty daggone nice. I love, love, love their buddy sites because they're big. So we have all this space in between them. So some of the buddy sites that we've seen lately have been pretty narrow. These here give you a lot of room in between, and you don't have to be in a you don't have to have a buddy with a RV. You can both have regular old campers. We're up here next to the pool. One thing I will say is like it's not loud. So even though you can kind of hear the music, it's not like super loud where it's so loud that that's all you hear is the music in here. And there are our new friend Dawn and Vicky's camper. Nice people out of Olive Branch, Mississippi. All right, guys, here is your dog park. It's actually a pretty good sized dog park. It's split up into 2 sides. Teach your dog some tricks while you're here. They do have an on-site ice machine. So you can get ice if you need ice. And that's employee parking over there. So we're up here what I think is a shower. Yeah, it's a bathhouse and laundry. So we'll go in and check in the laundry here in a little bit, check the showers out. And they got this pond that supposedly got fish in it. I'm gonna go to Walmart today and buy me a fishing pole and see what kind of fish is in there. And then they got a lot of all the back-end sites are around the outside, so check all these out. There's another pond over there. Got ponds everywhere. I'm not sure that's supposed to be a pond, but there is a pond there. They got a yoga pavilion. We'll go up for a second, right around. And they got a couple of these. Community fire pits, so that's kind of cool. All the bike ends are nice here. The road's good and wide on the bike end side, and they're angled right, so you should be able to get in, even though they are blind side bike ends. Yeah, they've had a lot of water here. Check out all these cabins out. All the cabins have fire pits and parking for 2 cars, which is nice. See what kind of view we got up here. Oh, that's cool. Check out that view, guys. I don't know if you can see it like I see it, but it's pretty awesome. There's another shower bathhouse, laundry facility. Makes 2. But you can kind of see a lot of these sites are pretty much about the same size length. The inner ones, they still have decent sized yards, but if you got an out like I want on the end, you get a much better yard if you want a big yard. Man, this place is huge. 79. It's probably gonna be my favorite site. This is a nice pavilion. Boy, the bullfrogs last night, they were hooping and hollering. Alright, I think we got it all. This is kind of, I won't say an abbreviated bike tour, but this is a shorter bike tour on a bigger park. There's more cabins down through there, but I don't want to ride through the mud. And this is the camp store, bar, arcade, and general hangout place.
Okay, now that you've seen some of the campground, we're going to show you much more coming up, but let's start with our favorite sites because we do have some. Back behind the pavilion and fishing pond, I think these are some of my favorite sites. This is like 132 down to 137. They back up to the trees, and last night this is where all the crickets and frogs and nature-esque sounds were coming from. And look at the size of these yards and the size of the lot. It's huge. So like, for instance, okay, somebody's dog can enjoy that fire hydrant. Okay, Jarrett likes site 59, which is here on the end, and basically the ones on the ends here, 67.
And 74.
And 74 on the other street?
Yeah.
Just because they have a nice big yard. Is that your reasoning?
Well, you're close to the pool.
Well,
You're
the
close-ish.
pool is there-ish.
Right, and then you have, this is basically your campsite, which is the yoga pavilion and the pool.
That's true.
Or the pond, I'm sorry. That could be a pool, depending on what part of the country you're from. And then, but 74 probably has the biggest site, so. But it'd just be nice, like if you're hanging out or you're entertaining or doing something, you got other people with you.
Yes.
You have room to kind of, like, you're not bothering anybody being out here on the corner.
Yes, look at that. 74, wow.
This is probably
And the name of the street is called Easy Street.
Yeah.
Come on now. That's what we all go RVing for, to get away and visit Easy Street.
But even like I don't know what that site number is down there, but any of the insights would be my favorites. But I think I like 74 because you're close to the pavilion. You've got community campfire right there. You're not very far from the camp store, but you're kind of far enough away from it that, you know, when this place fills up, maybe it won't be quite as loud. Yeah,
and I don't know who can park here, but if you have a guest, they could park here. I don't know if that's for the cottages or guests of cottages too. But like, again, if you need the bigger site for more family and they're visiting for the day, love the extra parking here.
Well, even us, like we even talked about like coming back and bringing our camper and then booking a cabin as well, then bringing our whole family with us. And so, you know, if they're parked up there and we're down here, they can come down here and park and still use the site. And it's not like you're intruding on anybody.
Yeah. Like, I'm impressed with the size of the sites in general.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, you know, for it to be a new campground and like brand new, like they give you a little more space. I mean, the sites aren't ginormous, but they're big enough. And they've kind of hit that kind of sweet spot on site size, maybe, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, look at these yards.
And they keep all the utilities up close to the other site, so it gives you, you know, you're not quite, and they're back away from like your picnic table and stuff, so you're not quite hanging out with somebody's stinky slinky.
Yeah, I mean, and look how long they are. So much concrete.
One thing I've noticed is like their roads are a little bit narrow here, but on their back ends, they did a good job of pouring a little bigger concrete apron. That way, when you kind of come in and you're pushing your camper in, especially with it being a blindside back end, that it gives you room to get your camper in and stay out of their grass. The pull-through sites with us, I mean, my dually, with the 4-door long bed dually and being 38 feet, I swung it wide as I could. And it's been raining like crazy, and I apologized, but I still got in their yard a little bit, just because the roads, like I say, the roads are a little bit narrow. So if you're coming in like a 36 footer or above with a long bed truck, just know that it's going to be tight, and you know, just do your best to stay off their nice pretty yards.
Also, for you non-RVers out there who maybe want to rent the cabins here, we do have some favorite cabins, and those are the ones back behind us up on the hill, especially cabins 16 and 17. They're so awesome. They're like little tiny homes. Those views up there are amazing, especially that one up at the very tip of like the cul-de-sac. That one has to be my favorite. Okay, moving on to likes. There is a lot to love about this place. So grab a snack, grab a drink, sit down. We got a lot to love about Roundabout Oxford. Number one is this place at night. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I like the lights. Yeah, I said lights, not like twice. But the lights here at night are really cool. They do a good job. They've lit the pool up and it changes colors. That's really, it's just, I don't know, when you look at the way they lit this place up with the soft lights at the pedestals and the way they lit the pool up, it's just really pretty. I mean, and it makes it feel luxurious.
Yeah, and some of the lights change in the water. It's so cool. The frogs, the crickets, the sounds of nature. Oh my gosh, you guys wouldn't think that, okay? I know what some of you are gonna say in the comments, that this is just paradise in a parking lot. And that might be somewhat true. However, there's so much greenery around this whole area, and especially like the sites we just talked about, the pond here, there is some like nature-esque feel to the place. So if you're, you know, fishing over here or hanging out by the water, there's a lot of trees, you know, surrounding the whole thing. And at night, the frogs and crickets are so peaceful.
And there's not a lot of light pollution here, so which is nice.
Exactly, and that's what I was gonna say in regard to those low lights that they have on each campsite. It doesn't brighten up the place so much that you can't see the stars. So we were out last night, the last 2 nights, just stargazing. We could see all the satellites going by, like everything Elon's doing up there, we watched it all. I don't know what it is, if it's a thing in this area that the satellites are just around this part of the country, but you can see them. At least we did last night. The staff, the friendly staff, we say this all the time. There is nothing like feeling totally welcome at an RV resort where it's not uptight. You know, they want you to have a good time. And the staff here is incredible. We'll talk with some of the staff we met throughout the video.
So when you pull in, like I showed you on the bike video, the welcome center is really cool. And that's when they check you in, they give you your armbands, they give you your site, they kind of give you a lay of the land right there real quick, like kind of where to go. Right next to that check-in center is a putt-putt golf that should be up and running hopefully by the time this video comes out. And then what else can you say about a campground that has a massive American flag?
Yeah, the flag is incredible. You can see it as you pull in. You won't miss this place driving by because there's a row of palm trees and a giant American flag. And what's even cooler is they put a couple nice chairs around the bottom with a walkway. So you can actually sit and view the flag and enjoy, you know,
America,
and appreciate the freedom of America.
America.
Yeah. And then when you walk in to like the back side of where you're going to enter the pool, they've got this really cool telephone booth, okay? And this sucker was actually shipped from London. But as you come through the little breezeway, of course, to the right, you've got the stairs to the arcade, and then there's a party room right next to that. And then to the left, there's a community area, which of course we're going to cover more of in a minute. And then you walk out and you're greeted with the beauty of the whole water park area. It's like a grand welcome. Welcome to paradise in Oxford. And so when you go to the right, there's a little tiki bar. No, it ain't little. There's a huge tiki bar right next to where you can order some food. The big bridge that crosses over the pool, that's amazing. There's so many different walkways you can take. And then of course there's a huge splash pad for all the little kiddies and giant water slides. And then if you keep going straight, you're walking toward another bar on the backside of the lazy river with all of these tables and umbrellas, places to sit, and gorgeous patio furniture, like beach style furniture. What's that Trek stuff? What,
Trek
you know,
composite.
the heavy composite,
Chairs.
solid quality furniture is all here across the whole campground. It's absolutely gorgeous, very comfortable to sit in.
So one cool thing is they have a couple different hot tubs. So in the main pool area, they've got a hot tub for everybody to use. And then what's also nice about this is they have an adult pool, and the adult pool has its own hot tub as well. So, which is a good thing. You know, you don't always want kids in your hot tub for obvious reasons. But and that whole section, and like the pool is cool because the pool has like tables and umbrellas out in the pool where you can sit out in the pool. And on that side, they have a swim up bar. And on the other side of the swim up bar, or the swim up bar from the adult side, is a swim up bar to the lazy river. Yeah. And let me tell you about this lazy river. It is the longest lazy river that we have probably ever been in.
It's over 900 feet, they said.
Yeah, it's like 240,000 gallons of water.
It's the biggest lazy river we've ever seen on the campground.
100%.
What I love about the lazy river too is not only that it's so big, there's several entrances to it, which is cool. There's not like, you don't have to walk around the whole thing just to get in. I love that. They've designed this place so incredibly well. But also they've lined the whole splash and pool area with these fake palm trees and like fake tropical, you know, foliage. Is that the right word? And even though it's fake, like we totally appreciate it because you want to come here and you totally get that tropical paradise feel. So absolutely love it. And it's gorgeous and it stays green all year. Also, they have plenty of tubes, but not only tubes to get around the lazy river, they've got those cool blue foamy adjustable seat things. Now I've never seen these before and they're so awesome. I floated around that lazy river comfortably probably 10 whole times, and which took about 2 to 3 hours. I was in that lazy river that long. But that's my point, ladies. Like, you know, sometimes those tubes can hurt your back. I can't stay in one very long, but they have the seats, so no worries. You guys might find it really interesting to know that I am the only person in the whole lazy river right now. May 14th is the day to come, y'all.
So the pool's laid out real well. What's kind of cool about it too is like they have things to keep your kids busy at the pool, which is nice. So they have volleyball, they have basketball, and then if you have the little ones, they have like the real like easy entry for the little, like the toddlers, the babies, and then with like the splash pad and a big bucket of water that dumps on you ever so often. So they do have the things like when you're here, the pool itself will keep your kids busy, especially, you know, it's a little bit chilly now. We're still in May. But give it 30 days and it's gonna be hot. And if you're looking at a place that you can go and camp just with the pool alone, you don't really need to leave here.
I love that about the pool, that they're like in sections because it keeps like the basketball players over here, you know, the volleyball players over here. You're not like slam dunking a ball into some little kid's face.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to.
Right.
So back to the community area, that whole indoor eating, sitting, gathering area that's got these huge overhead garage doors. They have a whole selection of board games you can play. And then once you head outside, I mean, you can just walk right outside the overhead door to cornhole and ping pong. They've got tetherball. And then there's, of course, that enormous eating area with those covered shades and the TVs. Like you could just sit out there and order your lunch over there, or you could watch the Ole Miss game, just saying. So let's talk to one of the employees more about the community area and what this place has to offer. This is the little bar area inside the community room. And would you mind telling us a little bit about what the phone booth theme is around here and what these cute little cups are?
So like the phone booth, we kind of have one like on the square of Oxford, which is kind of like, I mean, there's a bunch of restaurants and bars, stuff like that over there. So it's kind of just like a little Oxford thing. But we also have a phone booth, kind of like, I'm pretty sure they bring it in from London, and that's out there as well. But the phone booth cups are kind of like a souvenir cup, and the deal is with that is you buy the phone booth cup, it comes with a daiquiri, and so the daiquiri comes in those cups. The daiquiris are about $12, and then to add on the phone booth, it's an extra $15. So it's gonna be about $28 at the end of it with some tax and stuff like that. But then, so your refills, those are gonna be 24-ounce cups. The refills you'll get for the price of one daiquiri, which is 12 ounces. And it's kind of like a 2-for-1 type of thing where you get 2 of them in that cup and you get to take that cup home as well.
That's awesome. I love it. I've never really seen like a themed thing.
Yeah, it's like a good little souvenir cup to take home and, you know, remember this place by and bring it later. I mean,
right. I mean, like other than Disney.
Yeah.
You know, there's never really like a theme to an area that you go
Yeah.
to on the campsite. Like it's pretty cool. Can
like
you
your
show us
little
one up close?
town outside of Oxford in a way, because I feel like I'm not even in Oxford anymore, so. But yeah, we've got straws that come in it, and it's like a hard plastic straw, so it'll last a while. It's not just something you can really like throw out or something like that, but.
So fun. It'd make great camper decor.
Oh, yeah.
I got a question though.
What's up?
If we get inside the big one out here, will we turn into Superman?
I mean, you can try it for yourself, but I wouldn't say so. Maybe though. You never know.
All right, Clark. Let's see it.
Well, that's disappointing.
So what's up with this community kitchen over here? You mind telling us that?
Yeah, so this kitchen over here, it is open for, you know, the community and stuff like that to use. The, you know, RVers staying here, people who rent out the cottages. I mean, we have all of this here to use, and it's free for anybody to use. For bigger groups and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure you're able to kind of like rent it out and, you know, take advantage of this space. Now, I'm pretty sure there is kind of like a checklist that we have for the people who do want to use this space, kind of, you know, like clean up after yourself, you know, clean the dishes, do what you need to do with that. But I mean, it's free to use for the people staying here, and it's, you know, if you don't want to use the grills or do something like that, you have full access to a full-on kitchen.
So, like, say if someone had like a big group come in, could you rent this entire space?
So we also do have a party room that you can completely rent out as well. But then I guess what I was told is kind of depending on the size of your party and stuff like that, like you should be able to especially use this kitchen and kind of use this space as well. But the party room is right across here, and that's kind of our big room where, you know, people come bring their parties, especially like the children's parties and stuff like that. And I mean, we also, this space is kind of like a joined use space in a sense, like so we'll do like activities for like kids, adults. We've done bingo night, we do karaoke nights. I mean, we do arts and crafts with the kids. So like for our derby night, we had like little hats for the kids to make, and, you know, arts and crafts. We've done little like horses for the kids to draw, and I mean, we try and really incorporate like kind of people of all ages and create those events, especially like with the karaoke and stuff like that, the bingo, like, you know, it kind of is good for all age groups in a way, so.
Awesome, so much fun stuff to do. Thank you so much for all that.
So the food here on site is really good. So it's not like just pool food. I mean, they've done a good job with it. And well, the first night we got here, we had dinner here at the pool, and I had a cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger, which was really good, and Valerie had street tacos.
The street tacos were amazing. I mean, good flavor. I had the ground beef and the chicken. Mm-hmm. Really good tacos. Matter of fact, I wanted to order them again, but we ran into Patricia.
And Patricia's like, hey, until you've had our pizza and our chicken on the stick, you can't leave.
Yeah, she's like, you haven't done the place. Did you try the chicken on a stick? And I was like, not yet. What is that? And she's like, well, you can't leave until you do. And she was not wrong.
Those look really good.
They taste even better. So this is our chicken on a stick, which is a local delicacy here in Oxford. It is a pickle and then a piece of chicken wrapped around another pickle. And then there's another little chicken tender on there. And so these are soaked for around 24 hours, safely of course, in a buttermilk and pickle juice brine, and then we fry them. The big moment, yeah. So they're wrapped around a pickle, and then you get the chicken. And it's a reimagining, I'd say, a little upscale of the gas station version, which is great as well. But the gas station one's great after a few drinks, late at night sometimes, but ours is great all day in my opinion.
That's really good.
Those are good. The tacos were good, but I took Patricia's advice to get one of these today, even though I'm full from lunch. This was worth it.
I'm so happy to hear it. Okay, the big pizza reveal.
Let's all do that. Ooh.
So this is our margarita pizza, and something we really focus on here is that we don't do freezer to fryer, because in Oxford we have such an awesome food culture and tradition. So we don't want to get away with doing freezer to fryer, but we wanted to have really great food. So there's a little pesto spiral instead of basil leaves, which is easier when it's windy by the pool, but it's also really yummy. And some tomatoes.
Okay, I'm a sucker for margarita pizza, so I'm all about it. And this
I'm
is a basil
excited.
swirl, you said?
Yeah, so it's like a pesto.
Care if I just go for the middle? Okay. Oh, and thin crust too. Mm-hmm. Now our audience knows I don't eat a whole lot of gluten, but I can have a little bit. And a thin crust pizza is where it's at for me. Thin crust. With a glass of red. Do you have any red on site?
Yes, we do. We
Awesome.
have anything in that category.
Mm-hmm. You guys know us. That is one thing we appreciate is good food on site. So this RV park is hitting all the spots for us. So another like is the pond area and the yoga pavilion, which we're currently sitting in. This is the pond. I'm guessing this is where all the frogs make all the noise at night. And look at this, I'm loving the parking. Extra parking spaces. Like, who would think at, what most people would call a RV resort parking lot, right? Paradise in a parking lot type resort, that you could have such, nature-esque things going on as well. It just seems so green and peaceful in this area of Mississippi. Here's another community fire pit. Look at this, you guys. This is done so well. Look how beautiful. I love their choices in furniture and seating. The design of the pavilion is absolutely gorgeous. Look at these modern fans. And I love the fake palms. I love it. Just enjoying life. I love this, you guys. This is beautiful.
So another big like that we got, and this like will help you if you camp and you have friends or family without campers, you can bring them with you, is you got to check out the cottages.
My name is Wesley.
Hey, Wesley.
Hello, hello.
Wesley is the poor soul that drew the short straw that gets to hang out with us for a little bit. So they're all the same, but all a little bit different.
To me, it always goes down to your location and the lighting. What's the difference?
Sure.
Like we're at Hideaway Cove now, and you get a full view of the park, which is really nice. I like this. You kind of are set back in the trees a little bit. But then when you're down there, you're next to the action, you can hear the music, and you're just a small walk from, the center of the park.
That's pretty cool how you said they put the pool in first.
They did. They
kind of built the park around the pool.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yep, that was the first thing when I got here was the walls to the lazy river. We're in the ground.
That was a massive undertaking.
It was like this was a cow pasture, rolling hills, and they went and they had to level all this land out, fill dirt, all those things, figure out the drainage, and then and then they started right in the center and built out. Six can fit in a cottage, could stay in a cottage. Of course, bunk beds. If you got 4 or 6 feet people.
So does this pull out or no?
That is also a pull-out sofa as well.
This is pretty cool. So you can sleep 8.
You technically could, yeah.
What do these rent for, do you know?
So these start at $224 per night.
Depending on time of year.
Yep, we do have dynamic pricing. A lot of places in the college town, that's what they go off of. We don't really compete with a lot of the hotels in town.
Right.
But we're still on that same model.
Gotcha. Well, it's a different feel than a hotel.
It is. It is.
So, you know.
In my opinion, a lot nicer. We do have Ethernet. Each cottage has its own Wi-Fi network, as well as Ethernet ports to plug into. So you're on your own network here in each cottage. But once you leave the cottages, you know, the whole park is blanketed in Wi-Fi, which is nice.
How is the Wi-Fi on a busy weekend?
It is. We haven't had issues at all so far.
Man, I appreciate you showing us around, taking some time.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is awesome. You guys got an awesome resort. So
We appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate you coming out, and yeah, hope you come back to see us.
we will. We're already talking about possibly doing one of our meetups here, but we'll see.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
appreciate it, buddy.
And after seeing the cottages,
The cottages.
Wesley drove us down to the pickleball and basketball area, told us all about how it's coming along, and they've got to pull it together real quick and clean that place up because 100% capacity is coming soon. But there is a pickleball area, there's basketball, there is a fitness center, and
Beach volleyball.
beach volleyball. And if you think we weren't done with our likes section, we are not done. There's more. The arcade. This arcade knocks it out of the park. This is this takes the #1 place, beating Hilton Head Nationals arcade. Yeah, I said it. This arcade wins.
Snap.
It does. It's freaking amazing. First of all, it's separate from everything else. So it's upstairs, you know, away from things, which I think is amazing. Sometimes you got to send the teens somewhere else. And so send them upstairs to the arcade. And what I want to say about it is the carpet. The carpet is so cool.
And then they have pool tables and TVs and
Sitting area,
and they've got
bathrooms.
a Galaga, Donkey Kong. I'm dead. I mean, for this park to be new, I mean, they and to be out the gate, I mean, they just like, you know what, let's just do it right, do it once and move on. And that's kind of the feeling that you get with just everything they've done.
And then we're not done. So in the sitting area, there's again more overhead doors, and you can walk out to the beautiful deck that not only overlooks the whole pool and splash area, it's got these awesome comfy rockers, like a whole row of them. Okay, another like. There are not 1, not 2, but 3 laundry and bathhouses here. And all of them have tornado shelters. So this is one of the bathhouses, and we just want to show you real quick because this is where some of the laundry is. And there you have it for laundry. But I thought I'd just show you one of the shower rooms because they're pretty nice actually. So just quickly here. It's done really well, very pretty. And one of the neat things about this resort, which is unique to a lot of others, is this is one of 3 bathhouses and one of 3 tornado shelters, which is totally necessary in these states, as you guys know. So definitely appreciate these for RVers. We gotta have some place to go very quickly. Yeah. Wow. Hold the door open, don't lock me in. Get freaked out. If I had to be in here, I would, but I don't want to be in here just for kicks. Don't shut the door. I'm gonna be locked in here for the day. I mean, they gotta be able to house as many people as possible. This is a lot of campers. They might have to get in here really quickly. All right, so we got some golf cart parking, which is perfect. And this is one of the other bathhouses right in front of the cottage area up on the hill. And here's the other tornado shelter.
It's a good thing they have these here because we are in the south and our weather gets a little, how do you say?
Questionable.
Sketchy. And that you have a place to go batten down the hatches if it gets a little too sketchy.
Yeah.
So it's cool that, you know, it's like they've done everything. They're doing everything right. It's cool that they've done that and they're considering your safety here. And like I said earlier, I mean, they kind of thought through this.
They've thought of everything.
And they've nailed it coming out. And a lot of times we go to some of these newer parks and it's like, they get 90% there, and you're like, okay, this is really cool, but I wish they would have done this. There's really nothing I would change about this place. So another like is you don't need your wallet, you don't need your ID. You can get your wristband, it has a QR code, and they hook that to your credit card, which is, they know what they're doing because
they'll give one to your kid.
They'll give one to your kid.
Swipe, swipe.
And so it'd be like, that scene in Home Alone, and they get the bill on Home Alone 2, and he goes, come on. So that's probably how it's going to be when you leave here with your kids, but hey, you're going to have a good time.
Yeah, and you got to keep it on, and that's fine, but it is like a silky smooth material. Honestly, like, this is such a silly part of the video, right? Who cares about the wristbands? No, seriously, like, this sucker has stayed on me for 3 days. It's not the little papery kind they give you like at a little bowling alley somewhere or whatever, but it's got like a plasticky, silky feel. And then the whole QR code thing is awesome, because then I can just go get me some more tacos and chicken on a stick. I don't have to take my phone to the pool. You can lock it in your camper. You can lock up your things in your camper and then get you some tacos.
All you need to go to the pool is your wristband and a towel.
Back to the staff and some great people we met. You guys are gonna wanna meet one of the owners here. His name is Andrew.
So I was just enjoying the fire, and this guy rides up to me and says, hey man, you need anything, you good? And lo and behold, this is my new friend Andrew, who happens to be one of the owners of Roundabout Oxford. And he was telling us about the story of how this came to pass. So he's not a campground connoisseur builder by trade.
No, no. I just met Jarrett. He was making a fire, and I just wanted to make sure he was enjoying himself. So I stopped by. I didn't realize I was going to make a quick friend that easily from Kentucky, and so we were just sitting chatting and just told him about the vision of this. And I'm grateful y'all are down here from Kentucky. The whole point of this is to create something, honestly, Jarrett, that's just, you want families to come and truly enjoy family time.
Right.
Take a picture that you remember, and that you just make a memory, because at the end of the day, it's your family that you want, and the family you're trying to gather of different families outside together to enjoy each other and fellowship, Well,
I think it's like the camping community is such a special community, because it's, I was telling Don and Vicky, our friends next door, that it's like very Americana. It's like how America used to be. Everybody's here to have just a good time.
Enjoy each other.
It's family oriented. I'm just glad you guys did this, and I'm really glad and grateful that you let us come up and then experience this with you guys.
It's a privilege to meet just kind people. It'll be our third weekend coming up, and everybody I've met has just been so lovely, from all over the Southeastern Conference, all the way to Pennsylvania, and you're Kentucky, we don't want to
go that SEC bull crap. Y'all can take it somewhere else.
It's the best though, man. It's still the best, It's not long as not, a couple of teams, but it's okay. We won't say it. We'll still welcome you,
Well, man, I appreciate you meeting, coming, stopping and saying hey.
Thank you for
building this.
I'm just a small part of it. It took so many people to do this. I wish it would say it was me, but I can't say that. I'm just a small part of it. But the long-term goal is to have local people, surrounding people from all over, wherever you want in America, just have fellowship and enjoy being outside together and hotty-toddy.
I don't know what this cost, but there's a lot of zeros behind it.
There's a few zeros behind it.
At what point did you start hyperventilating?
My wife always kept me calm. I can honestly say that. There's times you wake up and it's just the truth. It's a big.
This doesn't have to be scary as all get out.
But I trust in God.
That's awesome.
I trust in God. He's never left me, and we want to do good with it. And everything you do, you just want to do good with it for the community, and you never know. You truly never know where you can impact somebody in any different way, So, you'll probably not put this on the YouTube station, but I pray that through everything you do, you come back to know who the one and only God is, and that's it, and that's Christ, and that's it. But that's me, and I say that to say, in everything you do, you want fellowship. You just want people to come and just have really just true joy. And you find that in different ways other than being in front of a TV or your Monday through Friday of work, and maybe you can break away Saturday or one day or Sunday.
I would leave you with this from my end, and you won't even, I don't know if you have even thought about this, but hearing you say this, there's going to be a lot of memories made that you're a part of that you'll never know.
That's right.
And and to be a part of that's pretty awesome.
Hey, as long as my wife and my 3 children know who I am,
You good?
I'm content.
Man.
Nice to meet you
Thank
for
you
real.
so much, Andrew.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
You're here till Thursday.
Enjoy the Kentucky
Hey,
moonshine.
I will.
And if we haven't already met enough great people, our neighbors, when we first pulled in, they're the first people we met, literally walked out of our camper and they're like, hey, it's Jared and Val.
We're like, hey, it's us.
It's Don and Vicky. We got to meet Don and Vicky, totally great people from Mississippi, and we're gonna let Don and Vicky share a little bit about this area for you guys.
I'm here with our new friends. We got to have dinner with them last night. Great people. They are new to camping.
Yes.
Fairly new to camping.
Oh, of course.
But like we were talking this morning, Mr. Don, this is Don and Vicky Johnson from Olive Branch, Mississippi. The learning curve is steep.
Definitely that.
So
You taught me a lot, though.
So my question is, I'm gonna ask Vicky this question first. Miss Vicky, so what got you into camping? How long have you been camping? You found this camper.
I did.
And you're not the one to make quick impulsive decisions.
I'm not, but I was drawn to it.
And you had to drag the quick impulsive decision maker to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was out of my...
Yeah, so we've had the camper now since December. We don't let it sit still. We love it. Like I said, I was drawn to this one. It fits us, and that's what you want to do, is make sure that your camper fits you. Didn't need it too big, too small. So this worked for us. And like I said, we've had it since December. We visited several parks. This park here in Mississippi is brand new. And so when we saw it posted, it was a no-brainer.
Sure.
Let's go down, let's take a look.
This is about an hour from your house, is that what you said?
Yeah, it's about an hour and 15 minutes or so from our house. So it's perfect, just kind of around the corner per se for us. And we got here and we love it. The amenities, welcome to the great state of Mississippi.
Oh, thank you. It's been great. It's been great. I mean, we pretty much ran into these people and started talking to the Johnsons. I mean, I don't even know if we were completely set up, or maybe we just got set up and we started looking around and you're like, hey, are you guys? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we know you guys.
Yeah, we recognize you. Yes, definitely that.
And so we've been able to hang out with them for the last couple of days. It's been great. And one of the big things that we've liked, so we've learned so much from you guys as far as about the area. Now, Mr. Don is the not from Oxford, but knows a lot about Oxford. And so he is our local information source expert. And if he says something wrong, just comment to me. I will give you his phone number and you can call him and take it up with him.
Definitely that. Definitely that. Well, I just want to say this here. You know, first of all, Mississippi is a great state. You know, and Oxford, Mississippi is a great city, a great community, very much known for Ole Miss, the Ole Miss Rebels. It's football, it's baseball, it's the SEC. Everybody like the SEC.
So Ole Miss is like Alabama and Auburn's little brother, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, we're not little brothers. Now, hey, I'm a SWAC guy, but I'm from Mississippi, so I'm a Mississippi sports fan.
Right.
So, yeah, LSU and Auburn and Alabama, yeah, we like them, but they're not Mississippi teams. Yeah, now one thing about Oxford is it is actually only about an hour and a half from Memphis, Tennessee. You know, so that's really, really cool. Yeah. You know, Oxford is known for its culinary, you know, arts, its food, its cuisine. We had some of it last night, as a matter of fact, you know, here at the Mexican restaurant. Really, really exquisite. I mean, you know, really, really nice restaurant that we was at. We enjoyed you and your wife, you know, Miss Valerie. So Oxford is also just known for just its hospitality. You know, this is not the old Oxford that people have heard about in history. All of that is changed. Oxford and Mississippi is known for its hospitality.
Well, I'll say this, since we've been in Mississippi and we've been here all week, it is probably one of the friendlier places we've been.
Yeah.
Oh yes, man, I'm gonna tell you, it is. It really is. I mean, you're from Kentucky. You know, you're not very far detached from Mississippi and Tennessee. So you got some of that same rich culture, you know, with the hospitality and so forth. So, London, Kentucky, I mean, hey, you just like us, man. We just brothers and sisters from another town.
But, you know, more importantly, we made good friends this weekend.
That's right.
And so I'm excited that we've got to know you guys, and we will be in touch in the future for sure. We will definitely get together and book a weekend and go camping somewhere.
Absolutely.
And you gave me
We look forward to
101
it.
in camping. 101. Always remember, water is your best friend when it comes to your black tank.
That's right.
Yeah.
The more the
don't
merrier.
use the same hose that you use on the black tank with your fresh tank.
That's right.
Or you might be drinking brown water.
Well, I know you guys got to go home. Miss Vicky has a foot spa appointment that she needs to get to. She's going to go pamper herself.
And I want to say one last thing. If you hadn't seen Jared and you hadn't seen Valerie, you're going to see two of the best people in this community that you can meet.
That's
so
right.
if you see them out and about, show them plenty of love. Whether you're in Mississippi, whether you're in Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Arizona,
right.
California, wherever you
Click
see
and
them,
subscribe.
show them some love.
Do what she said.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, things to do. Number one.
Go to Oxford, downtown, and go see the square. It's actually really cool.
It is cool.
It's not necessarily something that a lot of the men will like to do, but there is good food there. And there are some shops for people not like me who like fancy clothes and don't wear Carhartt, because there are some nicer stores on the square. It's just places I would never shop. So, you know, the people who live in like Alabama, Mississippi and stuff, they all kind of dress the same. And if you need that look, you can get it here in Oxford.
Yeah, you can. And you can get lots of collegiate wear. I got my Ole Miss shirt and a clear bag, because if you're going to the game, you're going to need a clear bag, guys. So it's a little hard to park downtown in a dually, but it can be done, and we did find a spot. So just saying that. The second thing you could do is go to an Ole Miss game. Future us here, we made it to the Ole Miss game, and I gotta tell you, these boys are good. I might even be a new Rebels fan.
She's not. She's definitely still an Ohio State fan.
Well, that too. But go Ole Miss. I mean, outside of the RV resort, there's probably not like a gazillion things to do. This isn't like a big, huge vacation destination where there's so many things to pick from. There's a few things, Oxford being one, and I would definitely go to a college game. Why not? Like, they're fun.
Something else you can do. So if you come camping with some friends, all the women folk and the shoppers, they don't necessarily have to be women folk, can go to downtown. The boys, or not necessarily the men, or the people who like to do things, not shopping, stuff like I like to do. About a half mile down the road, there's a place called Hunter's Hollow, and they have an indoor shooting range, and you can rent a gun from them. So if you go down there and you want to shoot and practice doing some shooting, or do a safety shooters class, or just go buy your really expensive shotgun, that is the place to go. And that's the type of place that I could spend all day in.
Places to eat. We're gonna make this quick, but there are some places to eat around in case you didn't want to eat on the resort, or maybe you're leaving the resort for that day and you want to know what's good. We always try to bring them to you, the good places. In downtown Oxford, Ajax Diner. We actually ate there. It's right in the square. And very southern, very heavy, so go hungry. I had a chicken fried steak sandwich. It actually had mashed potatoes on the sandwich and the lima beans and all the things. It like could have been a dinner. I actually took off the bread and ate it like a dinner. It was very good. What'd you have?
I had the Ajax burger.
Oh, and you said it was good.
It was real good. It tasted like they had the Weber grill in the back, and they grilled it on the grill. And then I had them add pepper jack cheese to it, which really made it really good.
A couple places we did not eat, but we were told by locals that we should. We just ran out of time. Proud Larry's, The Blind Pig, Oxford Buret, which we might go to tonight actually, and City Grocery. If you don't want to go downtown, but maybe just hop right outside the resort, Casa Mexicana is really good. This is just a little step above what you would normally expect from a Mexican restaurant that we're all used to here. So it has plenty of good things on the menu. And we went with Dawn and Vicky and had a great time last night. Beautiful atmosphere in there. Like just nice lighting, these trees that light up, it's gorgeous. He had the chimichanga, but I had like the fish and shrimp dinner, which was over veggies and still had some rice and a little like fresh salad. It was really good. Had a great time. And it's right outside the campground, half a mile.
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes away. So it's really convenient, and it wasn't overly priced. So I mean, it's nice. It's convenient and a reasonable price, so it makes it even better.
And casual.
Very.
You RVers like to be casual.
I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, and we are trying to do our best, but it is like a hurricane wind blowing out here. I feel like I'm gonna get blown over backwards sitting in this chair.
We should push pause for a second. We had never been to Mississippi before, and we gotta tell you guys, we're totally impressed. This place is gorgeous. Totally knocked our top 5 all jumbled up now. Gotta redo the list. Because this one is right up there, no kidding. Close to number 1 to number 2 to number 3. It's in the top 3. and it's freaking amazing. And if you guys get the chance to come to Mississippi, you need to try Roundabout Oxford.
So we will definitely frequent this place quite a bit, just because it's not a terrible drive from the house. It's got everything we want. And you know what, guys? Just another little tip for you. We got another one coming up in Mississippi that's pretty daggone nice too.
On the water too.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Like and subscribe.
See you on our next adventure. Hello? Oh, Valerie's not here.
She's on vacation.